West, but Booth picks it up on centre wing, goes towards Scott, takes the mark, handballs it away to Sheridan, has to run through a couple and doesn't, and gets wrapped up and drops the footy. Good tackle, Aaron Broome, who's been, as we said, in pretty good form, and will take the free kick. Thought about switching the play to his brother Dwayne, but a bit dangerous, so he elects to just chip the ball short. It's okay. Matty Lewis still inside defensive 50. Now he goes to Dwayne Broome. Good kick at half back. And he's come on the western side of the ground now. Goes to the left boot from half back towards centre wing. Hickleton on a long lead. Ben Furman's there as well. Kicked 4 goals last week, Furman. Kicks it over the top wide, a long way from full-back. Whitey, you'd love that on half forward. Chips the ball towards Van Ingen. Good pass. And Aaron Van Ingen's taken the mark in the right forward pocket and will shoot the goal from 40 metres out.
Talking to David White through the early before the game, and he was telling me he'd like to get up the ground a bit further. I think he's tried that.
He started early then, hasn't he? So Aaron Van Ingen, who kicked 3 goals last week for Bannockburn against Corio, comes in now. And looks a pretty good kick off the boot. That has not missed anything. That is straight through the middle from Aaron Van Ingen. His first of the afternoon and the first for the Tigers. They are 1 straight goal. Geelong West 1 behind Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 9 minutes played.
Laurie Van Ingen had a quiet first half last week, but a very, very good second half. He's continued on from the start today.
Yeah, well, that was a beautiful pass from David White as well. I mean, it was lace up and he was able to grab it, and probably not easy to kick a goal from there with that wind like that. And that was a beautiful goal. He split the middle.
So,
sensational.
So first goal on the board for Bannockburn, and maybe that will give them some encouragement. A couple of good bits of skill work, and the goals on the board. In the middle, Du Bois gets tapped down to Matty Pilgrim. He's tackled out of the ball. Williams of West picks it up, handballs back. The receiving player was Cerny, kicks it long to half forward, tap forward by Collins for West. Scott overruns the footy, allows Cooper to come back on the footy, has a pot shot with the left foot from 30 yards. That's a great one. So Cooper gets the answering goal for Geelong West. Very quickly, 1-1-7 Geelong West. They lead Bannockburn 1 goal 6. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, almost 10 minutes.
Yeah, was it the difference there? Into the 50 quickly. There was a couple of options there. Cooper could have probably put the handball out to Scotty and elected to go on into his left foot and kicked a nice goal.
So the quick reply by the Cheetahs.
I've probably got to say, probably Scotty's had a fair bit to do with their both scores so far. He's very influential. He knows where to go, he knows what to do with it when he gets it.
Yeah, exactly right.
So the ball's come back from the...
I've got him down for 1 kick and 2 handballs at this early stage.
So back to the middle. And it will be Robinson and Du Bois. So it's 1-1, playing 1 straight goal. Been playing 10.5 minutes. Umpire Grossman with the ball, puts it in the air. Du Bois and Robinson go up. Neither get an effective tap, falls towards Williams. Kick off the ground. Perkins comes off half back, meets Williams, does well over the top of that handball to Scott was good. They're going again, lane out wide. 50 metres out from goal. Settles, goes to the right foot kick. Looked awful off the boot as it got through. Ooh, it nearly did, but David White was back there and saved the day for Bannockburn. So Geelong West go to 1-2-8 and they lead Bannockburn 1 straight goal. 6 Victory Trophies first quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes played.
I'm just picking the player up there with number 35, Williams. I think it was him hard at the footy there and made something out of nothing there, and that's good to see.
Former interleague player Andy Williams, been around for a while and still giving good service. David White looks for an option, goes wide. Oh, lovely looking kick. He's found Stephen Gadd on half-back flank, takes the mark, goes on quickly with a long kick to the wing. Ash Perkins has made good position from centre half-back. He's run to the wing out of side and has taken the mark for Bannockburn. The kick back into the corridor looking for Lewis, and Lewis takes the mark. Dealt with after he's taken the mark, but all okay, said the umpires, as Lewis now kicks long into the forward area. Gee, the wind looked to hold it up a bit, and probably to the benefit of Sam Hickleton, because it drifted over the head of his opponent. Hickleton from the back reading it well as the ball dropped has taken the 1 grab mark. So the man on the mark is 35 metres out, directly in front, and Hickleton surely shouldn't have too much problem with the distance as he moves in now. Oh, it's a lovely kick off the boot. It's drifting across, but I'll tell you what, I think it's got through. It's a very well controlled kick from Hickleton on that occasion. That is the second goal for Bannockburn. 2 goals, 12. They lead Geelong West 1-2-8. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 12.5 minutes gone. That was a well-controlled kick, Laurie.
It certainly was, and it's the sort of start that Sam needs. I thought last week after half-time he went down back and did reasonably well down there, or Jed Potter also kicked a few goals on him as well, but at least he touched the footy down there, and that's all you need for your confidence is a touch of it. And already today he's touched it a couple of times and kicked a nice goal, so that'll do him good.
Got a bit of a height advantage over his opponent there too.
Back in the middle, Du Bois gets it down. Lewis got a tap to it too. Lane Lewis folds it up again, then loses the football in the tackle at centre half forward now for Bannockburn. Rutherford set Dwayne Broom a task. He got the handball free, comes back towards Wishart. He's wrapped up Williams at centre half back. Left foot kick towards the lead of Aaron Broom, who led Scott in the race for the footy and did well. Backed himself, took the mark and played on through the middle. High kick towards centre half forward, holds up again. Cheaters with the numbers. Good Mark Lees, and he has held them up at centre half back. Now he switches play out towards the centre wing. Long lead by
beautiful.
Collins. Great kick, and he's taken the mark. Ellery Collins plays on quickly on centre wing. Left foot kick towards half forward. Scott over the back this time. Might be able to take the mark. Can do so. 50 out from goal. Leads on. Hughes is there. Thought about short to Sheridan. Cooper gets back there as well. Now Cerny on a long lead. He chips the ball. It's okay to Williams. He's taken the mark. Still 40 metres out from goal though. But on the right side for a left footer. He's on the right half-forward flank, so we'll be able to bring this back in with the breeze.
He's traditionally been a goal kicker, Andy Williams, over a long time, hasn't he?
Well, he should go back and have a shot there. They don't be mucking around with it in there. It's the risk of turning it over in there is too dangerous. Get a go, have a go.
Laurie's got the runner out. Tell him. Well, he thought about it. Now he goes. He thought about the chip pass. Now he goes the left foot kick high towards the goal square. Cerny could shepherd it through.
Oh, it's a goal.
Through.
It's a goal.
I think it has. It's through. So Williams has put his first on the board. And the second for Geelong West. They go to 2-2-14. And they reclaim the lead. Bannockburn 2 straight goals, 12 victory trophies, first quarter scoreboard, 14 and a half minutes played.
Laurie, I think he had to kick it 50 metres to the line. He kicked it 50 and a half.
But what I was alluding to, I mean, there was a blanket of players in that space there, and I mean, it's very hard to pinpoint a pass through there. You virtually turn the footy over. It's best to have a go. I mean, as it's gone, it's got that half a metre gone through.
And he's had a fair bit of the footy,
yes,
Andy Williams, hasn't he?
He's having a rest on the half-forward flank now too, I see, next to Scott.
With Ash Perkins standing beside him, about 6 foot taller. In the middle, the ball goes in the air once again. Du Bois, clear tap down. Oh, intercepted by Lewis, which probably stopped Matty Pilgrim running away with it, but West get the ball towards centre wing. Williams again. Kicked it off the ground to his own advantage. Will kick it off the ground again, straight through the legs of his opponent there in Badley. And the ball at half-back flank is under a heap of players, and the umpire puts a whistle on play and will put the ball in the air. Half-forward flank for Geelong West, 15 minutes into the first quarter. Good tap down by Du Bois. Scott overruns the football, comes out clear to Badley once again, hooks it round the body. Laurie dive, it might be your mark, but gee, that's well read by Matty Lewis. The ball was very, very high and came down pretty straight. So Lewis on half-back flank for Bannockburn has the mark, decides to kick long towards centre wing. Hickleton's a target, but coming across the front of the pack there was Chris Lees once again.
Very good.
And he's taken a nice mark, read that pretty well. Nice kick back towards centre half forward. Well, numbers there with Geelong West, and a great mark by Collins once again. On the left foot, goes towards full forward. Over the head of all players. Oh, gee, Gad did well there, but he gets wrapped up in a tackle. The tackling from West has been terrific as the ball kicked back towards the middle, but it's Collins once again, reading the game very well, stood his ground and has taken the mark 60 metres from goal. Very congested forward line, a lot of Bannockburn jumpers down there, and I suppose the reason is there's not many in the forward half, so they've certainly flooded back as Collins now. Gee, he'll take a great kick from there, but he moves in. He's got hold of it pretty well. It's going to be perilously close to the distance. Big pack of players there. Gee, that mark might really be paid. Nobody else seemed to touch it, and it's a clear mark to Cerny. Read it well. He's 1 metre out, but he's on a pretty acute angle. But I guess with his goal-kicking ability, should be able to do something about this. Moves in. He a reverse check side, wasn't it? And it's gone through the middle. So it's a goal to Geelong West through the boot of Damien Cerny. 3 goals to 20 Geelong West. They lead Bannockburn, 2 goals, 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 17 minutes gone.
Well, when Collins had that ball, I thought, well, he's got nowhere else to go. He's just going to, he's got to kick it long into the forward line, and that's a forward square, and he did that, and there should have been a punch there, I think, from the Bannockburn boys, surely.
Well, I think a few of them didn't read it too well, Laurie. They were in front, but didn't get a touch on it.
So back to the middle.
It's a good start from West.
It is a good start.
Du Bois and Robinson. Robinson goes up early. Du Bois gets it down, goes towards Matty Lewis. Lane thought about the handball to Sheridan. Probably should have in the end. The kick was smothered. Matty Pilgrim through the middle. Handball to Lewis. He breaks a tackle. Runs now. Goes towards 50. Long kick towards a goal. Which way is it going to bounce through? Hickleton, can he get a foot onto it? He can't. He keeps it in though for Wishart, who can he pick it up in the left forward pocket? He can do so. Handball by him was indiscriminate in the end because Handley put on a couple of great tackles. Sam Lucchino throwing the ball, so the Cheetahs will get out of defence through a good tackle from Handley. And we'll try and drive it outside defensive 50. A left back pocket for the Cheetahs at the southern end of the ground.
Ooh.
Switches play dangerously to Sam Lucchino at the goal square. Oh, and thought about playing on. Well, I thought he played on.
Well, I think he did.
We thought about it anyway, did he?
High tackle might have got him out of it.
Yeah, Ben Hinchcliffe went with the high tackle, but then he gives the ball away to Sheridan, who gives the ball away to Matty Lewis, runs in 40 metres out and should kick the goal.
He's kicked it, he doesn't miss them.
Has put it straight through the middle, so a bad error from Sheridan in the last line of defence for the Cheetahs. Turns the ball over. Matty Lewis makes him pay. Bannockburn 3 straight goals, 18. Geelong West 3-2-20. Victory Trophy's first score to scoreboard, 19 minutes played.
I suppose the first area was the handball toward the goal square, Laurie, to Sheridan. Perhaps a long kick directly out of trouble might have been the way to go.
Well, when you haven't won a game for the season, I don't think you want to be fancy across back, and that's exactly what it was. They switched the play there, and they could have had out the other side of the ground, another 50, outside the 50, well out there, and look, it's too fancy. Well, not on.
So back in the middle with umpire Grossman. Ball to go in the air, which it now does. Ruckman go, this time Robinson, lovely tap down, but intercepting there was Furman for Bannockburn. Ball, well, just a weight of numbers trying to force the ball forward, and Bannockburn have succeeded so far. They've got the ball to half-forward flank, but Collins does well, picks it up for West, hooks it on the left foot, back towards the centre half-forward. Lewis comes through strongly for Bannockburn. Handball went astray, picked up by Broome, but there's a whistle on play, and the free kick is going to Geelong West. Yes, the umpire's indicated to push in the back, under the pack there, and the free kick has gone to Ingwerson. Handball quickly to Williams. Tries to elude the tackle, which he does, has a bounce, and now goes long to the full forward position. The only player there to go for the mark. Well, it's through for a behind to Andrew Williams. So another behind to Geelong West, 3-3-21. They lead Bannockburn 3 goals straight, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes gone.
David White from fullback for the Tigers. Chips the ball towards Du Bois, chopped off though. And dangerous kick soon, he's taken the mark.
Yeah, but when you're getting the ball kicked to you, Laurie, you don't stand there. You've got to go and meet it, surely. And Broomey made a bit of a blue there.
Looks after his Teal Cup friends, Laurie, be careful. Damien Sooney comes in, 40 metres out, directly in front. He's kicked one already. He comes in, keeps it low into the breeze. Has he missed it?
I think he's missed it, unfortunately.
He has, one behind. So they go to 3-4-22, Geelong West. And Bannockburn 3 straight goals, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. Whitey's off the hook.
To West's credit, Laurie, they've got a zone defence, and Bannockburn have really had some trouble getting the ball out, haven't they, from the kick in?
Yes, I said that before. You know, they put a bit of thought into their defensive play to try and keep the footy in, and that's good tactics. There's no doubt about that. But I think Whitey will kick this one short. So
no, David White, he's surveying the scene. Hasn't got a lot to kick to at the moment. Now he decides to kick to himself, almost missed it, and he's going to kick it to nobody. It's going to go straight to Collins, who's sitting on the wing for, again, a poor kick in from David White.
Come back behind your mark, mate.
Can't play on after Mark's been paid. And so Collins now between wing and half forward. It's a little bit further out than the last time he kicked the ball into that's the place to go, back into the corridor. Unfortunately, Mark not taken by Booth, and it's finally come clear for Bannockburn, back to the middle. Player pushed in the back there, Furman, not seen by the umpire, and the ball for West back into the full forward position. Mark not taken by Hughes, comes to ground, and away comes Aaron Broome. Long kick, but in the way there again was Mark Lane. Gee, they're doing well across the middle, West. They're not letting the ball get out, and the ball goes back into the half forward area. Mark unable to be taken by Cooper. Good defensive work by Bannockburn, and the ball pushed over the boundary line. Half forward flank in front of the scoreboard here, which shows Bannockburn 3 goals, West 3-4. As the ball comes back into play once again. Lewis attacks the footy. Well, that's probably got to be a free kick because took the ball in the ruck contest. He's tackled. and Stewie Scott was the tackler. Well, I don't think he was the tackler, but he's got the free kick. And Scott now just outside 50. Maybe, well, it goes back into a lead in the corridor, and that's good vision. And it's Collins once again. He's had a fair bit of the football. He's had a bit of the footy in the last 10 minutes, certainly. And he's almost identical position from whence they kicked their last goal. He kicked the ball long, marked beside the goal line, and the goal was kicked. So Collins once again. Perhaps give it a bit more this time. Well, he's given it plenty. It's a long kick into the full forward area, unfortunately offline. So that's second behind of Collins' boot, and the fifth for Geelong West. 3-5-23 lead Bannockburn, 3 goals straight, 18 victory trophies, first quarter scoreboard. Now 23 minutes tick by.
I think the West Geelong defensive tactics are worrying Bannockburn a little bit, Eric, to be quite honest with you, and maybe that's what happens when you're down the bottom of the ladder. You learn good defensive tactics.
So White from fullback again. This time elects to go long towards Perkins, Wishart, and also Matty Lewis. They all go up.
Collins
and
again.
Perkins.
Oh, Perkins.
Over the shoulder, though.
Collins,
over the shoulder. Collins, free kick. Or is it Lane? It's Lane with the free kick at half forward for the Cheetahs. So infringement there from Bannockburn in the marking contest. He goes long with the right foot towards the tee of the goal. Williams one out at the start. Oh, great play, Andy Williams. Did well to move the body in front. And will shoot for goal from 15 metres out directly in front.
He's a fairly handy kick, this guy. His left footer there before where he kicked the point. He made terrific contact
Well,
with
he's
it.
made pretty good contact with that one as well. That's his second of the first term. And the fourth for Geelong West. They go to 4-5-29. They lead Bannockburn 3 straight goals, 18 victory trophies, first quarter scoreboard, 24.5 minutes played.
Laurie, West forward half are very effective, whether they're attacking or defending. I've just got some concerns about their defensive half, but so far the ball hasn't been there, so they haven't been tested.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. And it did go down there before, and I didn't think they did too bad down there. They had the numbers down back, and they were able to hold it up a bit. They just made an error there in their judgment by going across the front of the goal and probably allowed Lewis in for that easy goal. But yeah, they're doing fairly well, and they've just got to maintain this. You know, it's all right to do it for a quarter. You've got to do it for the other 3 as well.
Well, they've certainly done some planning for the game. As the ball goes up in the middle, neither ruckman gets a tap. Lewis picks up the crumb in the middle, hooks it round the body towards full forward. Attacking the football there was Rawlings, gets the ball across to Lees, and West out of trouble again as Rawlings follows up. Ends up with the football, so he's run a long way from the goal square. Whoop, doesn't know where to go now. His handball's gone astray as Bannockburn now with a bit of pressure have blocked the ball in between wing and half forward out of side, and the umpire's called for a ball up. But Rawlings attacked the footy pretty well from defence there and followed up, so some good signs for West at the moment.
There was a good tackle by, I think it was Booth there, number 7. Made a lovely tackle there.
So from the ball up, comes down to Goatee's tackle without the football, and whilst West had the kick into their forward half, it comes back to, is it Goatee? Is that how you say that?
I think so.
It's rather unusual spelling, but Goatee now gets a call from the middle of the ground from Cerny, takes the mark and continues running. Kicks long into the half forward area, into the hole there. It's overrun most players. Comes David White, comes back. Oh gee, had nowhere to go, so he's handballed it long over the head of Badley. Got some support there from Perkins, and Perkins at Bannockburn there. Well, goes for the handball instead of the kick, but West, they're working very, very hard in the forward half. Ball picked up and kicked forward there by Robinson, taken by, that was Hughes, and the ball, once again, in the forward area for West. Hit over the boundary line by Cooper. I think pretty happy to keep it in the forward 50, Cooper. He was under a bit of bother, went to ground, but at least he's done well. He's kept the ball there. So it's out of bounds, 40 metres from the behind post, deep in the attacking area for West once again. Ball tapped down by Du Bois, and here you go, Bannockburn on this occasion. Back long. It's got over the centre. Furman leads in the race for the footy. Picks it up. Bounces well for him. On the left foot. Goes towards half forward. Open territory. Sitting back on that occasion was Lang. He gets a handball over the top to Dwayne Broom. Runs into the goal square. Oops, he didn't quite make the goal square. Gets a handball to Van Ingen.
Through from behind.
I think it might have been through. Broom might have been through on the first occasion. So it's effectively a rush behind to Bannockburn, their first for the day. 3-1-19. They trailed West 4-5-29. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 27 minutes gone.
Kick in from, might have been Handley, gave it to Rawlings in the back pocket, goes long towards Williams, up against Hickleton. Oh, he did well to use the body, Andy Williams.
He's playing a good game.
In between half-back and centre wing, takes the mark and goes short to Sheridan, elects to go further afield, they lead on. Godey comes across, takes the mark, does well, handballs it away to Sheridan now. Left foot kick towards half forward, Gadd over the back, read it better. And did well, Stephen Gadd, to hold things up for the Tigers. Chips it towards centre half back. Matty Pilgrim, he'll play on. Handballs it away to Lewis. Gets around Sheridan. Handball to Hinchcliffe. Oh, slips over at the crucial stage. And his handball missed badly as a target. He has to go back and get it. And then he gets free. And then he just got away with it. Hinchcliffe, Godey, good smother. Ingwerson on hands and knees. Collins left it behind, still on centre wing. Tries to get it back towards Ingwerson. Does well. Then he gets wrapped up. The ball spills free. Comes towards Williams again, who fights hard for it. Pack develops. The umpire keeps it going. Scott goes in. He tries to tap it along towards Collins. He gets away somehow. Gets a left foot kick. Oh, pretty good in the end. Hughes runs out at it. Perkins meets him though. Also there is Phillips close to the boundary line, and Perkins happy to see it over the end, I think. And it will be a boundary throw in about 40 metres around from the Geelong West goal.
Laurie, the passage of play in front of us, the inexperienced Bannockburn players came to grief under a bit of pressure.
Yes, exactly right. And luckily they didn't cough it up, I think.
Boundary throw in now. Short. Scott tries to get it down. So does Hughes. Perkins through the middle. Gets his hands free and gets it away to Hinchcliffe. Right foot kick towards the middle. Broom from behind. Does well to spoil. And they've got the numbers now. Falls for Furman. He's got Rutherford in support. Gives him the handball. Gives it to Broom. He handballs it over the top. Lees though. Chops it off and kicks it off the ground. Goes out. Foot race for centre wing. Stanley and Booth, and also Lees. Will Stanley get there before the boundary line? No, he can't. And we'll have a boundary throw in on centre wing on the outer side. The Cheetahs 4-5-29, they lead. Bannockburn 3-1-19. We've been playing 29 minutes first term.
Laurie, this has really developed into a terrific first quarter now.
It is so. It's a good contest.
So the ball's thrown in on centre wing, picked up there by Ingwerson for West. Handball over the top and comes finally to Robinson. Handball's back, drew the player, did well. The kick comes in from Godey, and great lead there by Cooper, and takes a strong mark overhead. He's a bit tall for David White, but I guess David gets that a fair bit. But Cooper now on the left foot, back into the corridor, full forward, big pack of players there.
That's Scott, a good mark. It's Scotty.
Middle of the pack. You can read that. Came from behind. Was Scotty, had his name written all over that, I reckon, and took a strong mark in the middle of the pack. And this is a great start for West. The man on the mark 20 metres out, near enough to directly in front, and Stewie Scott, the coach of Geelong West, has taken the mark. Prepares himself, moves in, right foot up, head over the footy, kicks it pretty well. Goal umpire moves across, but I think he's given himself plenty of scope, and that's a goal. Stuart Scott kicks his first, and that's the fifth for Geelong West. 5-5-35. They lead Bannockburn 3-1-19. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and we just ticked past 30 minutes.
Yes, that was a lovely mark, and he was probably third up in the pack there, Scotty, and was able to get his hands on it and kick truly. And he's already had 3 kicks, 3 handballs, and he's did a little bit of work, as you said there before, with a Bulk and a Shepherd and a couple of blocks of players there. So he's very, certainly better there than on the bench, isn't it, with the overalls on or the cover coat on. You can't get kicks on that damn bench.
So back to the middle. The boy goes up. Robinson gets it down towards Ingwerson. Rides a bump high, said the umpire. We'll take a free kick, and Gav's taking a while to get up. He's pretty tough, so it must have been a bit high.
Well, the good thing about it is, Jason, he put himself in there where the ball's going to be, and that's what football's all about. It's a tough game, and it was fair, but it was hard. Shake the head, he is.
And, he's holding the head, so Williams will take the free kick in the middle for the Cheetahs.
Right bloke's got the footy.
Yeah.
Kicks it pretty well.
Yep. I'll see where he goes. He goes now towards half forward. Long lead. Hughes goes up in front. Oh, nearly got the mark. Lane front and centre was good. Right foot kick to the goal square. Only a couple there. Oh, there's a couple there for Bannockburn. Hickleton was one.
Interesting. Hickleton back to full back.
Thumps it over the boundary line for a throw in. Left forward pocket. Cheetahs into attack. So, boundary throw in. And that's the worst siren I've ever heard. That was a and that is quarter time, would you believe? And at quarter time, it is Geelong West 5-5-35. They lead Bannockburn 3-1-19. Goal kickers for the Cheetahs, 2 to Andrew Williams and singles to Jordan Cooper, Stewie Scott and Damien Cerny. While for Bannockburn, their goals, Matthew Lewis, Aaron Benningen and Sam Hickleton. But it's 16 points of difference at quarter time. Geelong West 5-5-35. They lead Bannockburn 3-1-19. Take a break and come back for the second quarter of our Matchday Live coverage this afternoon at Victoria Park. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.